Right now, somewhere in your house, there's a small blue flame quietly boiling water for your tea or heating the pan for dinner. You don't think twice about it. Fire is just available, a button press away. But here's the question almost nobody can actually answer. Who discovered it? You'd assume there's a name, or at least a species, a single dramatic moment where some ancient human rubbed two sticks together and changed history forever. That's the story we picture. It's also almost completely wrong. Because here's the strange part. The first humans to use fire almost certainly couldn't make it at all. The story starts in a place called Wonderwerk Cave in South Africa, a massive cavern that's been continuously used by human ancestors for nearly 2 million years. Deep inside it, researchers found something odd: burned bones and ash buried in layers of dirt over 1 million years old. And this year, a new study pushed that timeline back even further to nearly 1.8 million years ago. The species responsible wasn't even us. It was Homo erectus, an ancestor species that walked upright but had a brain less than half the size of yours. Imagine seeing a forest burning in the distance. Every other animal on the landscape is running the other way, and one strange creature starts walking toward it. Here's where it gets genuinely strange, though. Researchers are confident these early humans weren't striking flint or drilling wood to create a spark. The evidence points to something much simpler, and honestly, much smarter than you'd expect. They were catching fire. Wildfires happen naturally, sparked by lightning, sweeping across the ancient landscape. And at some point, a Homo erectus individual did something no animal had ever done before.
Evidence backing
Picked up a
this
burning
is
branch.
remarkably specific.
The burned material was found 30 meters deep inside the cave, far beyond where a wildfire could have reached on its own. And the layer contained no trace of bat or bird droppings, which rules out a random spontaneous fire starting on the spot. Something or someone brought that flame in deliberately, which means for hundreds of thousands of years, fire wasn't something humans made. It was something humans stole and then had to keep alive, feeding it, sheltering it from rain, never letting it fully die out, because as it did, there was no simple way to start another one. Imagine that responsibility. An entire group, surviving generation after generation, built around the task of not letting one flame go out. And this may have changed far more than dinner. Some scientists believe this single habit helped build the modern human brain itself. Cooked food, made softer and easier to digest by fire, may be the reason our jaws and teeth gradually shrank over time, while our brains, freed up by all those extra calories, grew larger. If that theory holds, fire didn't just keep early humans warm, it may have helped build the very brain you're using to process this sentence right now. So then, when did humans finally learn to create fire whenever they wanted, instead of guarding a single flame like a fragile treasure? That leap came dramatically later. Widespread evidence of humans reliably striking or drilling fire on demand doesn't show up until several 100,000 years ago, over 1 million years after that first stolen ember was carried into a cave in South Africa. So the honest answer to who discovered fire isn't a name, a tribe, or even a single species doing something clever in one dramatic instant. It's a much slower, humbler story. A creature with half your brain power learned to catch a wildfire and refused to let it die, long before it ever learned to make one from nothing. The next time you flick a lighter without a second thought, remember what that tiny flame actually represents: not an invention, an inheritance, carried carefully, hand to hand, for nearly 2 million years, so it would never have to be lit again from scratch.